This is marksmellybell from Super Training Gym, and I'm here with GOATA, which stands for
Greatest of All Time Actions.
Greatest of All Time Actions. What these guys have been pointing out to me for the last couple days is that the greatest of all time athletes also happen to have greatest of all time movements. And apparently, my movement pattern isn't the greatest of all time. It's actually some of the worst of all time. So I'm working on it. But today we're going to talk about knee pain. I know a lot of people get pain in the front of the knee, that kind of patella tendonitis type of pain or various other types of pain. So what do we got to do, Coach, to get out of some of this?
Yeah, so basically what happens is you develop this front chain dominant behavior or anterior chain dominant behavior, so you get the bigger quads and things like that. A lot of thrust positions and exercises.
Big quads like this? Bam.
Yeah, big quads just like that, right? So what happens is that quad starts to take over and it's constantly pulling, so it creates a lot of compression in that knee.
And sometimes this guy too, right?
Yeah, everything starts to lock up. You go a little bit inside ankle bone low, that adds into the destruction, right? And it's just a slow ticking time bomb waiting for something bad to
inside
happen.
ankle bone, this guy here.
Well, we call it medial malleolus, the inside ankle bone, because it's just a bony landmark. It's easy to identify. It's easy for our athletes or a 12-year-old a lot of times to come in and understand that. So when it goes down and gets stuck, you know, this still wants to work, and then it starts to cause compression in the knee, and then you start to have a lot of problems, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you through a little ground to wall series that's gonna kind of decompress the legs, decompress the hips, open all of this system up, free up this side over here on the lateral side of the ankle, and then relax this, and then get you to the wall to reload it the proper way. All right, so the first thing we wanna do is we wanna get down onto the ground, onto the knees, hands in front with support. And we like to check our athletes first to see where they at as far as like what kind of range they are. So we're gonna go toes together, heels out. And I want y'all to just sit back as far as you can. This is kind of the test in the beginning, head up, and just to see how much length we have. So you could see, go to Bam, he's really inside of the mat. He's deep into the squat, nice long, into the child rocker, long spine, butts back. And then Mark, who, you know, pull a lot of weight from the ground, develop the quads and stuff like that. It's a little tighter, but we could free all of this system up. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to go up into the all fours position, and we're going to work a hip stretch. So I want to cross the legs over, stay an inside ankle bone high, and then reach that leg back here. Let's go same leg. And you'll see, we want to turn this, keep the inside ankle bone high, bring that head into the column on the front side. And what we mean by column is if this leg's up, just twist into this side. Good, there we go, and line everything up. And we're gonna let that hip just decompress back there.
I feel like I'm in school again trying to cheat off of Bam over here. I'm
yeah,
like
well, hey, listen,
he's
he's good to copy off of. He gets it. And keep that head up. We want the head up. Basically what we did is we kind of reverse engineer movement. So this is kind of a form of a crawling derivative.
Do I want to rock and
you can move around a little bit and start finding that access, reaching that foot further back. If you want, you can see how Bam kind of takes one arm out of it. Less support means more load. So we using the knee to close the chain and just load that hip. Then we could bring it back to the neutral position and then flip it over to the other side.
Feels like a really good stretch for my hip.
Very good stretch for your hip. And that's what we want to do, because we're going to take the compression out of the quad and the glute. Right now we work in the glute. Remember, we want to stay inside ankle bone high, get that in there. Both ankles are pointed up to the sky. You see it real good over here on Bam's side. If you want to come and zoom in, you see this ankle's straight up. This one's up. It's working, loosening all of this, up in this here. You could feel, Mark, you could feel your groin, you could feel your quad, you could feel it stretch in a lot of different places being you're so tight. And then tomorrow you may do it and you may feel it in a different muscle group. It'll keep just opening up and going after whatever's restricting that movement and causing that compression.
What do we got on here, 3 to 5 minutes?
No, you could work these positions for about 45 seconds to a minute, and then we're gonna bring you to the child rocker next. So let's go back to that neutral position, toes together, heels out. Now we wanna make sure we keep the head up. We don't wanna take any length out of the thoracic or out of the lumbar spine, so then we just kind of rock into it, Now what we're reprogramming is inside ankle bone high. So as the butt goes down, which is your landing, every time that you run, you'll see the ankle climb a little bit higher as he goes down. Same thing here on you, Mark. Butt goes down, ankle goes up, so the heels are gonna open. Head stays up, don't take length from here. We want the erectors to be long, smooth, chest kind of squeeze my finger a little bit with that. Head up, and then rock. And make sure we pulling the length out of here and not sacrificing it from the back.
I see.
Nice, keep the head up. Baby crawls with the head up. That's one of the problems we have in society, right? Is the head stuck in the phone
I feel
or in the computer.
Shins, like my feet are stretching a lot.
Yes.
So I feel the shins stretching a lot, which I imagine is gonna help my knee quite a bit.
Absolutely, it's gonna open everything up. So we're gonna go from this rocker, and now we're gonna tuck the toes, and we're gonna go into a toe tuck style rocker. Yeah, bam, that's a good idea. Turn it around. So you just see he puts the feet. Now the same behavior is happening in the hips in the ankle complex. Every time he goes down, you're gonna see the ankle climb a little bit higher. Spine stays long, decompressed. Same thing with you, Mark, over here. You wanna make sure that we get that head up, get this down, good press. Every time he goes down, you're gonna see this open a little bit so that inside ankle bone's climbing high. Head up, Mark. Good, see the difference in your back. And you're just gonna rock in those positions. So you could do this, you know, a minute in each of these positions. You could go through 3 or 4 sets of it, 5 sets of it, and that'll help the decompression part. Then what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna take y'all up to the wall. So we're gonna go to that wall sit that we worked yesterday. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow us to use the wall for support to kind of load the back chain. Now, again, like we said before, a lot of this happens because the quads overdevelop and things like that, so we get front chain dominant. We develop a behavior that's front chain dominant. So we need to create a behavior that's back chain dominant. So we use the wall for support to help load the glutes. So we wanna go heels up, knees out into the bow, and then we wanna get a real good hinge to where we feel like glute and hamstring turn on the back chain. Open them knees, belly button to the ground, head stays up. Good. Make sure we squeezing this on the backside, put as much pressure in here as we can. And then a lot of times what you'll feel in this is you'll feel a nice good burn in that lumbar spine. And that's a good,
and hammies too, yeah.
Yeah, everything's turned on right now. So the more we can hang out right here, now we're taking that pressure off the knee because the quad's not doing all of the work. So the more time we spend on the wall, we like to take all these reps to failure. We want to go as long as you could go, as long as the nervous system allows us to be in these positions. Now, if you want to activate a little bit more glute and hamstring to kind of open that up, we could push the butt up but keep the chest where it's at. Push the butt up, open the knees, keep the knees open. We're going to stay in the bow right now. You feel that? See how you're getting a little more shape?
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Feel it in my calves.
Everywhere is going to
glutes.
open up.
And the back of my knee is getting this crazy stretch.
Good, good. Now, as we go more up, let's start to turn this out. Heels out. Kneecaps, you want to try to make them look at each other. So let's try to get, yeah, there you go, good. Bam. Let's get you into the corners. Push up into the corners. Nice, right there. Good, good, bam. See, now we talk about that ancient geometry, that math, that 22.5, and you'll see he's still staying 22.5. The ankle and the hip are organized right now, so you can see this open, go into your bow, good. It's still organized, the knee sits in the middle and hinges, he goes into the corner, same thing right there. So you could work your way from the bow to the corner, keeping that chest forward, keeping the glutes loaded, go back into your corner, spin it, good. You just gotta get more and more access. All this should be rocking right now.
Yep.
So this little series right here could help with a lot of knee pain, get that compression out of there, and get you headed in the right journey. Get you moving again. Get you back on your feet.
Woo! Probably hard to translate watching this on video to understand
The feeling.
the burn that's going on right now, but tremendous burn in my lower back, a lot of stability in the legs, but no pain, zero pain in the knee. And this knee has been bugging me since I was probably about 16. Used to love playing basketball, even though I was never very good at it. And it'd always give me trouble. And then when I do this, that's lighting up all back here big time.
Yeah, and the more that we could get you to spin this in.
I can feel that.
You good though, because this is still organized right now. So even if we get a fractal of what we're trying to get, it's starting to break them hips up. It's starting to break that back chain up. Good. It's amazing what the wall could do, huh? And the wall's your friend right now.
The amount of blood in my back is just crazy.
Insane, huh?
It's like I just did like 65 reps of deadlifts.
Now, if you want to amp it up, if you want to graduate into something a little bit tougher, what we could do is we could start to pressurize one column. Right now, if we bilateral, we pressurizing this whole system. So let's give it a shot. Let's go ahead and let's try to shift it over like we did yesterday. Bring that foot behind the ankle over here we did, and let's bring all of the mass into one column and load that one big bow. Good, man. Give me more bow. Bring this up and in. We want both legs pointed, both knees pointed in the same direction. Good. Now you feel a whole lot more load into that glute, huh?
Now I'm really fucked.
Woo! There we go. You cooking. Now give me ankle bone high. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me some more, Mark. Get up in there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's a little.
I'm trying to pick his big ass up. Now let's go to the side. Come on. Work side to side. Give me this side. Set this bow. Yeah. Good. Whew. That's all right. Nice. Give me the knee to me.
How is it doing that? This way.
Nice. Knee to me. There you go. Give me some, kick that heel up. Give me some load right here.
Let me see if I can go.
There we go. Good. No knee pain. See, the more we load that strong side of the foot, we pressurize this column. We get everything over here to the side. This load's here now. Knee safe and protected. It's just sitting in there in the hinge. Now you remember, we talked about really tracing that foot. If you wanted to, try to bring that foot up. And now we could start work. Keep it to me. Give me some more hinge. There you go. Feel that burn up in here.
Feel like a cricket.
Yeah. Whew, that's a tracer.
Feel my stomach working too. These guys.
So you the core, the upper body, with a lot of the GOATA exercises, you go get all that shit for free. It's
Thanks,
laying,
man.
yeah.
All right, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
That's how you can fix your knee. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness never strength. Catch you guys later.